You're watching Lobby Legends Magic of Azeroth. It's day 2 here of the tournament, the final day, and at the end of the day, we will know who is walking away with $10,000 and that first place trophy as well. Hypothetical trophy, I suppose, in this instance. But the prestige very much real for all of our players looking to take this one down and be crowned the master of a new metagame with these quests coming in. And while yesterday I feel like they were the real defining aspect, interestingly enough, in today's lobby, today's 2 lobbies, both winners felt like they haven't relied on their quest all too much. You know, we've seen the Scallywag combo, which, you know, was not especially dependent on the, I think, Devil in the Details quest that they had at the time. And then just Bran Pop-Off, which again was just purely a case of picking Bran Bondsbeard and then getting some good battle cries. So it's interesting to see that while they are clearly a massively meta-warping aspect, there is still room to kind of not ignore them necessarily, but focus more on a more traditional Battlegrounds game plan.
Yeah, it's hard to know how much the Yogg quest helped there for Alex.
True, yeah.
Sort of going along, getting the time to go up those levels, knowing that Yogg's going to sort of boost your minions as you go. But yeah, absolutely, you can still get this done traditional methods. And we are seeing, I feel, again, this may be sort of confirmation bias, but I feel we're seeing more triples taken today at higher and higher levels than they have been in the previous day as well. It just seems like players are realizing that, yeah, the quest is huge, but we can still play some Battlegrounds along the way as well. It is only day 4 of a meta, so I'm not surprised that things are changing. That's why I'm willing to go on a small sample. Silas or Galley? I've got a feeling the top players take Silas here.
Really?
I haven't missed the Elise either, but I like Galley here. I can't resist.
What do we got at the start? Ellie's, which in these early levels really helps with Galley, of course, to start cycling through. But again, no Murlocs, interestingly, as well. Do have Pirates, though, like with Gallywix, that's a really big one, right, to hit Hoggar and start really popping off.
Yes, good River Pisser.
Go, baby.
See how this Galley works out. Zigzag on Rakanishi is going to be...
Wow.
Interesting to see how he plays that, because it's been changed recently, so that it's not the minion, so you sort of add the tier of the minion, so you can't mess around on tier 1 and 2 for long if you want to get some big stuff. But let's see how he does that.
Is it playable now? Because, like, obviously for the longest time I was just told never pick Rakanishu, but it's a tournament viable pick at this point.
I'm the wrong person to ask about Rakanishu because it's always been one of my comfort picks.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's not great. You were right to be told to avoid it, but I liked it from when I first started playing. So when you get those sort of selection of heroes you don't want to play, Rakanishu is one of my very favoured comfort. Just get one big minion and hope it goes away. But I think it's improved with the changes now, especially sort of tiers 3, tiers 4, where you can add 4/4 to a minion. Seems reasonable. But you do have to get there to get those minions. There's no point buffing your little things.
Okay, so let's say insta-leveling on the Togwaggle, obviously pretty much the only option you have available to you, whereas Yunchang is hitting a gorgeous curve here, right? With some real premium minions, especially when, of course, you factor in that it's Millhouse. So the refresher becomes really big.
What I want to know what he does here is next turn, how much stuff he decides to keep in hand. I'm already at the point where I'm wondering if he should have played this Elemental, but probably should. I wouldn't mind staying with Millhouse to see how we go about the next turn, going into the quest turn. Because Millhouse has got such a powerful board after 2 turns here. Can afford to buy 3 things next turn if he doesn't want to level and just keep them all in hand for the quest.
That's true. Yeah, good point.
And again, I have no idea if that's right or wrong. I just want to see how somebody good goes about it.
Oh, I like where your head's at.
If he levels here, which he normally would...
If you sell... You could sell double buy Swabby and still level, right?
Do that too. Or you can sell triple buy and hold 4 things in your hand, take like 3 damage and see what your quest does for you. And just chill.
Might be where he's at. Yeah. Okay, I'm very on board with this plan. Like, it's... unlikely that you end up specifically with elementals and pirates, but you know, battle cries, this is very easy to complete now with swabbies. If it does happen to be play pirates, you're very happy indeed. Play minions. There's a lot of good ones that can activate here that make your quest eminently more completable.
Yeah. And again, I may not even have played the Scally, but if he doesn't want to take any damage, fair play. I understand damage is important. It's Courteous as well, so it could be kind of scary.
3-on-3 as well for two of our competitors. Obviously Togwaggle, as is pretty much the only curve you're ever really looking to go for. But then Zixo on Rakanishu, the obvious synergy being there with the hero power. But a quick turnaround going to be needed because Rakanishu obviously does not have the rapid safety mechanism that Togwaggle has access to. Okay. Right. Togwaggle with elementals or demons. I already see two elementals. Oh, all of the elementals and demons in play. Let's go.
Oh, this is a nutty Togwaggle as well.
Really, really strong to get the Observer as well.
Evil Twin
as well.
For me here, but I mean, Victim Spectre, if you're going to sell things as Galley, obviously is good.
7 combats though for Evil Twin. Like, I'm not waiting 7 turns for Evil Twin, no shot.
Oh, sorry, yeah. Yeah, you can't do that. Sorry, my bad. I hadn't realised how... What?
That does feel a little expensive, doesn't it?
I've never seen that go bigger than 4. My brain just glossed over it. Oh, that's fine.
Whoa!
7?
What is this?
This is Gallywix.
Oh my god, that's illegal. That's 2 triples. I mean, obviously, it kind of hurts as Gallywix to not be able to buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, and get 1 million gold. But 2 triples.
Yeah, I just want to do it, but obviously he's taking his time, so he doesn't want to do it. I just want to do it, and then next turn go crazy again.
You've got triples, the Elemental and the Barracuda.
Okay, this is far more sensible. Can he double level next turn? So it costs 4 for the first part. Second part will cost 8. I'm going to say he can double level, but I haven't counted it. You never
really,
right?
I am.
And get the triple, at least one of them. 4, 5, 6. It might. I don't know. I think he might have to sell quite a lot of his board, but he might be able to double level and get the triples. Let's see.
Yeah.
No, he's just going to do it the sensible way.
Makes sense. You have next turn 1 gold over, but I mean with the gambler, it's nice.
Yeah, he'd have to sell the whole board to do what I was thinking, and only get 1 triple. So what he's doing is rather better, just a little bit,
marginally,
fractionally better. Okay, Millhouse doing Millhouse things. Already completed the quest.
Okay, so getting 2 demons, he completed that very quickly, actually, which is good to see. But Millhouse and demons, you know, you do have that kind of synergy now if you can just roll into Overseer being obviously the really big just power spike card at the moment. But Mind Muck to cycle through, and as soon as you find yourself the Azul, right, on Tavern Tier 5, then every demon you get is just pure money, baby.
Yeah, and of course your Millhouse, you do sort of just have the chance to level up to 6. I know it's a little bit more expensive, but you should have the tempo to do that if you want to go Fellbat hunting. May well not need to, but the option exists.
Close fights all around. Doesn't really feel like anybody's massively power spiking right now with, you know, Togwaggle supposed to be king of the tavern right now, recently after pressing the button. But
yeah.
Against Millhouse, obviously, it's going to be closer, and it does feel like pretty close here overall.
Yeah, this lobby feels a bit... it's the first time we've seen, I think, the heroes be wildly different. So we're sitting here with a lot of mana tempo heroes with the Gallywix, the Millhouse, the Togwaggle, all hanging around in there. And Courteous, who's, you know, usually king of the tempo, currently with the most health, but might just get overmatched in this one, I think.
Okay, Alter Ego played 2 more elementals or demons, which, hey, 2 pretty good ones in the shop on this turn, should you so desire.
Yeah, 1 in hand to make another, but yeah, you're just thinking press button, do quest. Sounds okay.
Actually, I guess
How about
1 in
complete
hand.
quest, then press button next turn and pick up all the expensive stuff, yeah?
Yeah, I wasn't thinking press button. I did miss the elemental in hand, though. You are correct. Yeah, you could get a pair. Oh, no, sorry, a triple. My mistake on the party elemental is fantastic.
So, does Alter Ego start on... It starts on even, right?
Couldn't tell you, sorry. Yeah, looked like
Just
it.
to odd, switches to odd next turn. So it starts on even. That shop had 5 4-drops in it. I think he might be trying to find a way where he can just get them all.
Whoa! What? Double
Here we go!
dude? Okay. Give me the triple, dude. Oh, that's still good. That's still very good.
Fine. This is silly. And the fact he has 4 minions on board, to me, says he's got a lot of gold next turn.
Indeed. But he does need to survive until a point where he can stabilize, because this is very strong but very slow, and he is going to be taking full 15 on this turn.
I'm going to argue with you.
Really?
I reckon that it's not going to... If he's got like 16 or 17 gold, it's not going to be that slow.
You have 16 or 17?
13. Okay.
No Ellies, there's 1. Like, it's good. He can probably stabilize, but he's at 15 health. 1 more bad fight, and he is out of here.
It is tight. It is very tight, but I think he'll be all right. They go up so quickly with double Nomi and the Rag. I mean, I'm definitely okay to be proved wrong here.
And the other scary thing is he's up against the other 15 health player in this round, right? Which is, you know, you never want to put these players in a corner, because then they start lashing out. They stop running away and start really fighting back.
Nobody puts SSA in a corner. Data this, though. I think he's got an all-even shop. Yeah, he has. Set up an all-even shop, so they all got the buff and
oh, it's pretty
hero-powered.
strong. It's really strong, isn't it?
The difference here is this
Master.
isn't going anywhere. He's just in survival mode, and that's going to be bad for Ribapusa, because Ribapusa's going to the top if he survives.
Okay, that's a trash shop. I mean, I guess most of them are even, which is something. Man, these minions get so much buff. Like, look at this selfless. It's a 12-11.
Except the mice.
Yeah, he set it up perfectly to get the full scoop, the full heist.
I wants to roll again, I think, to find an Ellie, or, you know, just something with Divine Shield, the Trickster, anything.
I think you've got to just bite the bullet and take the Quillbore. Okay, split the difference.
Yeah, gets 1 buff.
This is
all right,
actually bigger, yeah.
Super important fight here between Gallywix and the Togwaggle. It looks at the moment like Togwaggle is just going to be a little bit too big, right?
Will he kill him? That's the question. If Ribapusa only takes 14 here, he could still win this lobby.
A great first hit with the Wildfire to take 6 damage off the board right out the gate. Good hit. That's it. He's alive.
He's alive and off he goes.
Ooh.
I don't think he's got loads and loads of gold, because last turn was like a buying turn.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, just 11.
All right. Show us the Ellies. Come on. Come on. Not these.
Fresh either. Oh, there it is.
Oh, that's the juice right there.
Alex getting well excited. I am too, got to admit. Making sure that he's got a narrow board so that the buffs are falling on, from the Rag, are falling on the right things.
That's a scam elemental right there. When you have a board full of Ellies and you still get it off the Reef Explorer. That's
still not quite massive. He'll be okay. But
1 more roll.
is there any way you can get the pirate through? There's not, right?
I
In
mean,
a sensible world.
can sell coin, buy, sell.
What are we selling though?
Rag? Yeah?
Yeah, and finishing on the demon.
Yeah. Technically correct as always, Lorinda.
No, that's what I meant. That is.
Oh, right, okay. So,
Yeah.
good job. You know Observer's name, goddammit.
Yeah, exactly. I would never forget the Observer. Talking of the Observer, Sottle has informed us that the last fight was kind of the two biggest people in the lobby. And this is more like what we're looking at is this is sort of average amongst the other players.
Yeah, that makes
So the galley should be safe.
And then from that point, it's a real lobby winner without Murlocs, so limited poison potential. River Pusa could go all the distance. Sorry, after a couple of really rough fights.
Yeah, if that's the information we're getting is correct, and it will be because Sottle can see everybody's board, then as long as he dodges the immediate dangers of just getting unlucky somewhere, I think he's well away.
Although you know what you say, that this is a pretty sized board from who is this Rimgosu on the Kurtrus.
It is. And Alicia-san is developing here with a Hogger and a Peggy and some numbers.
Two Hoggers if you like. Wow, that's sick. Please, you can now go above 10 gold, which I always messed up beforehand.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I saw that build as not a very big buff, and everyone I know, including me, was like, no, this is huge, because I'm an idiot, and this is huge.
All right, okay.
10-10 Naga, just get it out of here, please.
Just giving you anxiety.
I think it's a golden, right? There's 4 gold grubbers in play.
True. Yeah, good point. Not how that works, Alicia.
I'll clean you up. I love catching some waves.
Yeah, he just decided that I can make my gold grubbers bigger with the Peggies than I can by just sitting there with this extra gold on the board. Decision on this salty looter, what you want to do?
It's always looters, dude.
What, would you lose the 10-10 grubber? And not now, right? You'd take this. It's just the timing and the ordering, right? You're looking for the second golden grubber.
Roll first, see how you feel.
At some point, this Leroy is just going to be irritating, but it's way too big for now to get rid of.
Could stick Taunt on it as well, is a little tempting.
Yeah, he's...
Alrighty.
But if he plays the grubber, that's it. That's like all in on just hitting the triple straight away or getting rid of the 2 grubbers.
Which is fine, you know, like he's still beefing up his stats pretty nicely. Okay, taking a look at Tor-san on Sneed, who we haven't seen all too much, who is fairly weak. Like, you're looking to hit some obvious demon death rattles to go with the Soul Juggler, but that's starting to get massively outscaled. Thankfully, though, the Vash on the other side is not too powerful either, actually.
Yeah, it depends exactly how much he's been able to sneed some stuff, I think, but this isn't looking great at all. It's going to scrape through, though. As in, survive.
Yes, sorry, yeah.
Might not have done it. It came down to a 50-50. Actually, that last hit could have actually died.
Oh, yeah. Super clutch. As now we see Ribapusa winning fight after fight, slowly overtaking everyone who's fallen beside him, as this is just the nuts. He hit the golden Nomi. He's got the recycling wraith. He's got all the gold you could ever need. This looks like it's taking it down to me.
It does look really good. Like you mentioned earlier, no Murlocs. The problem with beating this with, say, Mantic Queens and Leroys is there's just their smallest thing by the time it gets to that point in 3 or 4 turns' time is huge.
Yeah.
It's not like, I can get lucky and trade into their big minion. Like the smallest minion is going to be 80-80 or something when this comes down to the heads up.
Look at this, man. This is infinite gold, infinite stats. You lose out on a bunch of rerolls, sure, but like you don't need to reroll. You have what you need right here.
Hasn't completed the quest. What a noob.
Wait, really? Oh yeah, what's he got? We should probably be reading out.
Trigger 5 friendly death rattles for plain copy of last minion that died.
It just literally is ignoring the quest completely.
Yep.
It just doesn't exist.
Told you Gallywix was good because you can complete quests with it, Derek. Turns out it's just Gallywix being good and nothing to do with quests whatsoever.
I mean, I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure the other options he's got were like even worse. Like it was like ordering minions for 7 turns in a row or something absurd.
Yeah,
like
order them badly 7 turns in a row, which I've never seen, and I don't understand how that happened. All right, Elimination's gonna pop off next turn if there is a next turn.
just needs to survive.
Pretty large.
Pretty large, yeah. About the same size as this mill house, but the poison taking the hit is a rough one. A couple of nice trades though, and this is just tieable. Oh my goodness. Okay, still in it. Golden Hoggar as well. Time.
Did get that golden gold grubber, the second one, by the way.
Is he going for the full gold grubber comp? Like sometimes you see those ridiculous boards where they have like 5 gold grubbers or something and just outscale through that alone.
I was saying, with that awful looking Sneed's mess.
Yeah, just
outscaled.
Not hitting anything powerful.
You're supposed to roll pirates at this point, by the way. Hot tip.
Ah, that's where I've been going wrong.
Escape the darkness with me.
Apparently the Galley and the Togwaggle had a rematch, and the Gallywix this time just absolutely took it down without any trouble.
Oh, really?
After this pirate turn, maybe next turn have a look at Zixo, because we haven't seen the Reckoned issue at all, and Zixo's been taking no damage.
True, yeah. I was saying that, oh wow, another Hoggar. Zixo might struggle to re-stabilize after he goes for 3-on-3, but I think he's only lost 1 fight since then, so clearly he's done a fantastic job of doing so.
Yeah, there's been so much exciting action around the board. Just haven't had time to nip back and have a look what's going on there, because look at this, we've got crazy Galley, crazy pirates going on, and crazy Togwaggle stuff earlier.
And now that he's making money with each pirate that he buys, this is really hitting that point of unstoppability.
Yeah, can actually catch the Gallywix here, right? Because Gallywix is limited on how much you can do each turn, even though it's only just limited. This is unlimited.
It is unlimited.
By the timer.
Right, but that is a pretty big but.
And starting from a long, long way behind as well, of course.
Or Bran? Yeah. Not quite. Don't have the board space, I don't think. Wow, and just insta misses on all the remaining pirates.
Yeah. Got down to the last few seconds. I think what I do on the last few seconds of those turns where you know you're not going to get many more buffs is roll a lot looking for selflesses. That's my personal preference. You get down to 10 seconds, you know you probably get 3 or 4 buffs, you're going to miss a little bit. But you can roll refresh really quickly, so I just go refresh, pick up a selfless or something. I don't know if that's what he was doing, but that's my strategy in that situation.
Okay, not terrible hits on the health. 1 hit the strong arm, which is obviously the really bad one, but the rest look small enough in attack to answer quite happily. There we go. Damn, it's going to be a close one. Like you say, Ribopusa and Elimination both feeling like they have the capability to win the lobby. Taking a snapback at 6, so it does look like he was going for a very strong tempo mid-game comp, but not necessarily one that can outscale the late game, which is a very valid strategy to go for, but one that honestly could see him losing this round. The question is just whether or not he could scam out like a 4th or 5th. Which he absolutely could still do, but he needs to hit one of the weaker heroes, which sadly he has not done, because next round he is against Elimination, who is going to, quite appropriately for the Mutinous, eat him alive.
And nice. And apparently we're getting word as well that he just took 20 from Ribopusa the fight before.
There you go.
So he is not equipped to fight these big things, but good to have a look how that developed. Obviously rocketed up to the double rag, like you've just described, made it pay off, and is now going to probably die miserably. It's turn 12, and only 1 person's dead in this lobby. How's that happened?
That is crazy. Credit where it's due as well. Zixo, yes, you did get unlucky. You faced the 2 strongest players in the lobby, one after the other, at the worst possible time. That sucks.
I mean, his one hope here is take 16 and have 4 other people die, or 3 other people die.
Okay,
That's Zixo's only hope here.
let's go with that.
Meanwhile, Rimgosu has some cards.
Yeah. Like it's obviously it's the classic thing you have with these kind of comps where it's a much higher starting point than what Alicia-san had on the Mutinous, but it's a much slower scaling composition than the quadruple Hoggar or whatever he ended up with at the end. Whether or not it can survive against this is close. Doesn't look like it, but this Trickster could be pretty big.
Oh no, not there though.
Yeah, that's not what you want to see.
It's gone everywhere you don't want it to go. Giving it Wind Fury was good to make sure it died. Obviously, as it happens, it was dying anyway, but it's a good plan. This is going to be 1 too short. Zixo takes 18!
Oh, no, Zixo, you poor boy.
That was so close. Rimgosu's hanging on. Looks like that's going to be too much damage as well.
Oh,
Yep.
it's so close. Yeah, 16 is going to do it. All right, 3 players dead. Oh, no, sorry, 2 players. Torres-san was already dead with Zixo and Rimgosu, both falling by the wayside. And now the question is really just, can anyone stand up to Ribapusa or Alicia-san as the 2 top dogs in this lobby, with Ribapusa further cementing himself, as probably the top dog right here. Like, this is just scaling to absurd levels.
Young Chang's finally worked out what to do when he only has 9 health after 6 turns. That is top the lobby on health total. 'Cause everyone else has even less.
Look at this Smogger! Oh, wow.
Absolute smogger of a smogger. My goodness. 250 smogger points.
That's another one!
The giant smogger. Absolute state of it. Now the order of the day is a little bit difficult here for Ribapusa. In terms, it doesn't matter that it's difficult, but he's got to the point where he's golden to pretty much everything on the board.
Uh-huh.
So the plan of goldening everything on the board to make it bigger expires now.
You just sell your Smogger, right? Make another gold one.
Yeah. Super smogger.
That's the point.
Also has to consider, and there's no right way he's doing it now, but does have to consider every single turn now. Is this the one that I might lose? Do I sell my Nomi?
Uh-huh, sure.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking for, you know.
Yeah, no, it's a good point to bring up.
At which point do I sell my Nomi? But no hurry for that.
Okay, the clash of the 2 weaker players, or 2 of the weaker players left in the lobby. That giant Azul is looking like a problem, but the poison snipes it off. It's such a clutch hit. Now we're looking a lot closer. The Divine Shield going to be eaten up, hopefully, by a Void Walker. Nice. Okay, those are perfectly decent hits so far.
Got the 70-71 covered by the other 2 minions, right? By his 2 big minions. That's a big deal. Yeah, just enough health to survive and hang in there.
Oh my god, that was so clutch.
And you're seeing the difference here as Alex bites out in 5th place. We're seeing the difference here between the Gallywicks, whose small minions are bigger than your board, and somebody who's got like 2 Azuls.
Yeah.
Alex just making noises at this point because everything is so stupid.
What else can you do, man? Look at this.
Didn't want that 100 Cyclone because it was too small.
I mean, if he can get a golden wildfire, surely that just ends, right? He can get another Nomi if he wants.
Maybe. I don't think he needs it, but
I don't think you even want it.
take Void Lord here for some tech for later. I don't think you care. Start taking Selflesses.
I don't think anything outstats you.
100 smoggers buffing things, yeah. Yeah, you've got to start taking some tech for some Divine Shields there, I think, now.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like you say, Alicia can go infinite, but this is not outscaling, right? The time constraint is just too much.
Yeah, I thought this could catch, but no, it can't.
But the question right now is not whether or not he can beat Ribapusa, it's whether he can beat Yunchan on Ilhus, which looks a lot more doable, right?
does, but from what I remember, Millhouse has things like all 80/80s, which cover a lot of these in 1-for-1s.
Okay, let's see how this goes. It's all about where these Divine Shields end up. Only one on the Mantid.
Tech as well, but it ends up...
Oh no, disaster! Divine Shield as well. Yeah, no, it's not enough, is it?
No.
A good effort by Millhouse. He got a lot further than I thought he would, to be honest. Managed to, you know, hodgepodge together a really nice bunch of tech cards with the Tunnel Blaster, obviously the Mantid Queens, to get himself a strong 3rd/4th. But now it's River Pusa versus Alicia San. It's what we predicted long ago, Lorinda. The Pirates versus the Ellies in one giant clash. A pirate comp that now has 2 golden hoggers, if you please. You wanted APM. This is what you said you were looking for at the start of today's action. And hopefully you're going to get it, because Alicia needs to get some hustle right now.
I mean, they've both got it going, right? Because the Gallywix is basically APM. I thought this would catch, but not quite getting there. The Gallywix is gigantic, so we are watching this attempt from Alicia San. And obviously he will know, you know, he knows how Gallywix works, he knows what Gallywix is doing, but I don't know if he's faced Gallywix anytime recently. So it'll be interesting to see if he picks up tech, or if he just thinks, you know what, if I just keep pressing buttons, I will outscale the Gallywix, which we can see is an absolute nonsense. But from his side, he might be guessing how big Gallywix is and just go, you know what, a couple of 200s, that'll be fine, I'll be ahead.
Yeah.
Good luck with that. Just
good luck with that. Golden Wildfire, that has to just be too much. Like,
there's a golden cyclone
deletes the board on its own. There is a 191 Leroy on the board, though, which is absolutely hilarious. But
that'll kill one of the 252 is when it dies and procs it because he died. Absolute state of this game.
This is a sick end game. I mean, look, he ends the turn with like 20 gold just floating because he just does not have the time. I do think because they are playing on Europe server, right? Because it's the Europe time zone lobby legends that could be messing up Alicia San a little bit. Really hurts your ability to go quickly. Like, to be honest, it did look like he was going a little slowly on that pirate comp compared to what you would expect to see. But again, we'll blame it down to server issues or latency, as Alicia San does take the L as expected, and it's River Pusa with a dominant Gallywix strategy. I mean, you're right, Lorinda, Gallywix is just looking insane.
Yeah, yesterday when I saw somebody take Yogg instead of Gallywix, I just assumed that I was, you know, just my MMR wasn't good enough, but yeah, that's been my experience with Gallywix through all expansions. And didn't do the quest. One of my arguments is that Gallywix could do quests really easily, but it can't line up your minions in the wrong order 7 times. Where did that come from?
Yeah. I think that, I don't know, I think that might be like an instance of like unfortunate side effects where it's a 0 armor hero.
Right.
Evil Twin, I think, got made a little bit tougher, and order your minions. I thought
already
minions got made easier, but either way, yeah, ordering your minions for 7 turns in a row is absolutely insane for Evil Twin. There's no way it's worth that. As, hey, what do you know? Just completely ignoring your quest, not even activating it for the entire game, turns out to be the winning strat here for River Pusa, which means that we have a very interesting dynamic in terms of the leaderboard right now, I believe, with Alicia San being in 2nd place beforehand, and River Pusa being in 3rd. The rich once again get richer, as I believe they're going to pull away yet further towards the top of the leaderboard and that crucial 20-point threshold.
Yeah, River Pusa is going to be in very realistic territory. 16 points I think he's going to be on, which, you know, a top 4 next time around. Get him into that, the check zone, basically.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't even know if he's in 1st. Like, Alicia San also will have a lot of points. I think they're both going to be on 16 again. We'll wait for the official standings, but watching Hoggers slap into big things, or what he thinks big things, and then you find out what the really big things are.
Yeah, Hoggers medium things. Like, again, as we said, for playing on I think from Asia on the Europe server.
Yeah.
That was a decent enough hoverboard. It's not the kind that you would be typically getting on ladder, of course, where you can just start throwing cards like a madman with no latency whatsoever.
Only the one golden Peggy as well, which does slow you down. If you don't find
Exactly.
if you don't get rolled some more Peggies, you're not going to get there too quickly. There is the standings. 3 players capable of hitting 20 at the end of this next round. And at the bottom there, those players have got decisions to make about how hard they want to push, because you can expect this to go to lobby 6. You want to have 20 points at the start of lobby 6 if you're Zixo, I think, now, and just take your chance that it doesn't fall in lobbies 4 and 5.
I think that's reasonable. Yeah, you need, like, am I fair in saying that Rakonisha was deliberately picked there as a probably not winner, but like finished 3rd or 4th kind of hero, just because you get a lot of immediate tempo? And to be fair, his plan almost got there. I think it was a good plan. It's just because he got those early rags, scaled very nicely, massive wildfire, massive divine shield, but then he faced the 2 biggest players in the lobby in Alicia and Riverpusa, one after the other, which is the last thing that you want to see when you're going for that kind of a comp.
It was turn 11 or turn 10, and he was on 36, 35 health, something like that. Absolutely fine. Yeah, I'm going to get to turn 15 and just come 3rd. I'll be fine. And then just take 20, GG, come 7th. Don't think he did much wrong there, to be honest. But that was a very powerful lobby. We are seeing these powerful comps come through. We had Exodia manage to get built earlier today. Now we've seen, Power Galliwax Nomi, Power Nomi and Power Hogger coming through. So people finding ways to get it done without the quest at all in the case of Galliwax there. I want to see if that continues.
Yeah, that's right. Quest being the king of the tavern, massively warping the meta yesterday. But in terms of the winners, obviously they're still having a massive impact on everyone else. But for the winners being, really an afterthought for our players winning strategies. And we'll see if that will continue in this rapidly evolving meta game after this break when Lobby Legends continue.